Hi there, baby doll. We are walking through the market turmoil updates. I have some nice, okay news to share with you. The weekly candle for Bitcoin, I know it doesn't look like much, but with the stock market sell-off, it seems that the crypto market, I'm not even going to say it, might be relatively holding kind of okay to not die. I'm going to say it like that. I'm not going to jinx it. I have the others chart. This is the others chart. This is others USD. Man, this is really, really bad, man. I remember when I drew this at the beginning of the year. It's like, okay, we should go up only. Down, 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 down. My gosh, man, this is just horrific, friends. Starting the year. Man, every single bull market from my friends, this thing is down 46%. If others is down 46%, everything is down like more like 70 to 80%. Ah, man, that's shocking. So very is unfortunate. However, the stock market made lower lows. That's why Bitcoin holding above 76K, I guess it's good. I guess it's good. I don't want to jinx it. Because the stocks have went, and the stocks are like relatively down there. But also, we weren't even like as pumped leading into this move in the first place. So just because like we weren't as pumped, now it looks like relatively okay, if you know what I mean. There will be no friendship and glory until we get a green monthly candle for others BTC. Bro, how long are you going to go down forever? Like, you just, man, it's frustrating. What can you do, man? We can't do anything. Like, it's just, you're helpless. You're literally helpless, no hope, and it is what it is. You just got to believe. You just got to believe it all turns out and all kind of eventually works out. Maybe I'll also play some angel music. Someone needs to help our souls, man. I'm going to show you the stock market, friends. This is what it looks like right now. Coming straight, stab for that low. Now, if friends, if it wants to kill us, you go down 5,000. Yeah, if it really wants to kill us. But we'll see how it plays out. And by the way, it's always possible that we actually get a bull market thing out of it, and then like in the bear market comes back down. That could be one of the stock market moves out here. But also, if it really wants to do that, I mean, that's still 17%, and then this is the 20% mark. So that's stock market. This is a 12% drop. It is horrendous and horrific as well, because like you didn't even have any gains for Donald Trump's presidency to give back. It was just like it started off at a loss. So yeah. Now, obviously had some fun earlier as well. This chart here. No, friends, this is not Elon Musk's rocket going to the moon. It is Ethereum. The bull market is back, baby, plus 2.8%. So Ethereum and everything else has been really cooking us for a very, very, very long time. We thought it was a slow cook. It's burnt. It's charred. I love it a bit charred, by the way. I love chicken charred. But what do we do, man? Looking at PulseChain, the new cope is that we're going to do a wank off pattern, which is the V reversal up. Man, that's all. Isn't that always our cope? Hey, we're going to V reverse out of here. It's always the cope whenever it is looking at these. Nothing else we can do. PulseX, same chart pretty much. More than 80% below SAC price. However, if you look at the PulseX to Pulse ratio, this is nice and juicy, pretty much confirming friendship all the way up here. Whee! That's actually very nice to see. So this chart, friends, showing that friendship is actually very nice. Remember, this is why this is very important, because like it's just showing you, look, there's two responses I'll give to you. The first one is, isn't it cool to see that this is the world's most expensive DEX relative to the chain, but it shows you the fundamentals of its tokenomics are great. So PulseX has bought and burned 6.86%. Remember, that's real yield, friends. Like it's real yield. It's not inflation. It's literally from economic activity. It's as real as you can get. There's economic activity, you get taxed, the buy and burn goes to buying up the token. That's it. Literally, the realest yield you can get. It's literally real DeFi. It's as real DeFi as you can get. You literally own a share of the casino. Okay, it's exactly like you literally own the casino, and every time there was a roulette spin, you know, whenever the dealer gets paid or in poker, whatever, the rake, yeah, you collect it. That's literally, you do nothing, you just own it. You just let everyone else gamble. Okay, that's why it's powerful. But that ratio says that. Okay, the USD price, obviously we hope it goes higher, but that's hoping and coping. Also, what I would like to say, so here's the thing, Rensley, here's the thing, okay. I'm allowed to guess whatever the hell I want. And I'm allowed to post news and then delete it 6 minutes later because maybe the information was correct. Who gives a shit, dude? Get over it. It's free. Okay. I'm going to guess Wichard did this. I'm guessing. I'm allowed to guess that. I'm going to guess Wichard Hart pumped that ratio. Now, you're both saying, oh, that's great. Sit down. Sit down. Hopefully on a squeaky chair. Keep your back straight. Keep your fluffy slippers on. Do you understand what happens when you pump this ratio? Do you want to know what that means? That means you dumped Pulse. You know that, right? You know that, right? Because the USD price chart didn't go up. You literally sold PLS. You sold PLS. You sold the PLS to go buy the PulseX. You took purchasing power away from Pulse, put it into PulseX. Now, I like that. I like that. You want to know why? Because it went under everybody's nose and no one said anything. All these on-chain sleuths who claim to know everything about the chain, you have still to this day, none of you have been able to prove Wichard did this. None of you. And I know he did it. I know he did it. You know how I know he did it? When did you see any single new person talk about PulseX in the past 12 months? Any single new person. It's literally the same 3 people. No one. No one knew. How's this thing happening? And by the way, think about this. The casino is risk on to the chain. Yes, it is. The casino is risk on to the chain. If the chain has been dunking, why has the casino been going up? If the chain's been dunking so much. So this makes me very, very excited, not just for my tweaky nipples, is because things happened under everyone's nose. No one figured out what the hell was going on, which means there are PulseChain pioneers, there are PulseChain operators, there are benevolent whales doing things in the background, and people don't understand what the hell's going on. Which, that, like I said, that's double thumbs up. Good. I want more of that. More of that. Let them do what they're doing, and we'll see how it plays out. Hex price is bonded to Pulse as well. So just look at the Hex Pulse ratio. Hopefully it's still gleaming up. Oh, there it is. It is up here as well. I think it's very obvious as well, friends. Literally nobody new came into Hex. Not a single new person came into Hex here, and this thing just started flying up. So maybe that's another ratio reprice thing up here. Something interesting, right? I wonder if Ethereum rallies, does Pulse catch up to Hex, and this thing just does a range thing out mode. I wonder if that happens out here. But these ratios, man, like we're at the hey, can we get the USD price to go up here? That's what we're really concerned about. Everything else, we just have to wait for the speeds to go up, which I've covered before. Remember, Ethereum, it's all about ETH. ETH is the reflection of the business cycle, okay? Also, no crying in the casino. No crying in the casino, friends. Absolutely. I've been getting a lot of messages saying, this guy wants you on Twitter Spaces. This guy wants to debate you on a stream. This guy wants to debate you here. Debate. I love you all, guys. I love you all. But I'll say it again, okay? I did 4 debates in 5 days. I spoke, my speaking time, about 10 hours, okay? Me speaking, yeah. We eventually ended up going in circles. We covered everything. I'm respectful to other people. I don't put other people down. There were a lot of stones thrown from very glass houses. Like, when you're from a pool of people who's literally vultured $100 million off the PulseChain community, you literally have no right to stand. Like, you shouldn't even be given the microphone. But, you know, out of courtesy and respect, we'll do that. And they're just embarrassing themselves, okay? So, it always goes the same way. It always goes, here I am. I like a coin. I don't tell you to buy the coin. I tell you, I'm buying a coin, okay? I'm buying a coin. And if you don't like this, sell it. And then people yell at me and they go, hey, but you don't have all the information. What do you do? And I say, guess what, bro? Welcome to the real world. It was the same thing with early Bitcoin, early Ethereum, early Doge, early XRP, early Carranzo, pretty much early everything, early Hex, early SHIB. Okay, so you're not meant to have all the information at the start, because if you had all the information, the price would be much higher. So I like this coin. I don't have all the info. I'm trying to navigate it. And guess what? I'm holding. See, that's pretty much how it goes. And then in the midst of that is thousands of people saying, but you're doing this, but you're doing that, but the exploit, but the, okay, bro, don't buy. Move. We could not care less. Just move. It is what it is, friends. Being respectful out here. Literally couldn't care. So, unless people want to become literal, the soy cabals, where they go, hey, stop telling people you like something. You can't control me, bro. Stop telling people you like something. Do you understand the entire crypto industry has been gatekeeping Hex? They don't want people to say that they like Hex. Do you understand that? Do you understand Wanker Guru, that piece of shit news website, still has 6 to 8 articles about how dog shit Wichard, Hart, Hex, and PulseChain is? Do you understand they have that? Do you understand they're literally getting told, don't tell people you like this coin? You understand you're literally doing the exact same things that happened to you? Oh, you get that now? Oh, you get that now? Do you see the hypocrisy? Good move. This is the racist Russell 2000 making lower lows, and I am going to... It's gonna have fun here, friends. It's gonna have fun here. Remember, we're all linked, okay? So, I love you, Mr. Dre Plush. Russell can't be allowed to get away with his level of racism. It's time to take matters in our own hands.
Hell, I can get you towed by 3 o'clock this afternoon with nail polish.
Awesome, sirs. Thank you so much. The penetration is very deep. I see dead people. So, remember, it's not one thing that's the cause. It's the cloud, man. The cloud reigns on all of us, you know? The cloud, look, friends, imagine you're not allowed to look up to the cloud, but you are with 5 friends. One of your friends is named Ethereum. One of your friends is named Russell. He's really racist, got no white friends. Okay? You see what I mean? You got Ethereum and you got your racist Russell, and there's you. Okay? You're in a park, you're not allowed to look up. Yeah? Ethereum is drenched. Yeah? And the racist Russell, he's drenched as well. Okay? And then you're drenched. And you're asking Ethereum, when will I stop being drenched? And Ethereum goes, when I'm stopped drenched. When I'm no longer wet, you're no longer wet. That's it. You know? But then some people get upset at that. They're like, no, why do we have to rely on Ethereum? Dude, you don't have to rely on Ethereum. It's the same cloud. It's the business cycle. Okay? Yeah. We did not know it was even conceptually possible to have 29 months of garbage ISM. My gosh, 29 months, literally like a 60-year record, man. 60, this is just like absolutely garbage, but it is what it is. And there shouldn't be too much hope lost, friends. Remember, the Dixie's down. So I know Uncle Bobby's very bearish, friends. I read for you these, he's very, very bearish. He goes like, he's actually really, really, really turbo bearish, but it's interesting. He said he's bearish because he believes the administration, Trump, and their team, when they say, oh, there's going to be a slowdown, might be a slowdown. He's like, oh, we should take him seriously. But Uncle Bobby doesn't like Trump. He does not like Trump. So I'm wondering, is there a bit of bias? Because like, you think they're deranged lunatics. So when they say something, you think this time is different a bit? Is it a bit of bias creeping? You know, because here's the thing. He might say, no, it's the charts. It's the lower lows. It's the charts. And then I'm like, okay, what about my charts? I'm a real chart. What about my chart? It's a green weekly super trend. So here's the thing, friends. It can flip red. Okay, you want to know when's a flip red? It flipped red when President Xi banned Bitcoin, right? Killed the bull market, and then flipped red when the actual bear market started. Actually, the bear market really pretty much started here. This was complacency dog shit. Okay, it also flipped red here, but this was Bitcoin doing like an enormous recovery off the low plus token, and then we suffered for our sins later on. Okay, so if Bitcoin was just went like that, it would not have, that's what our cycle did, that equivalent, yeah? Because Bitcoin got to see $13,000 up here. If we were following our cycle, we would only stayed at 5. And then we went to 7, and then 9, etc., etc. And we're following 2017 Fractal, which is Donald Pump, except we got the down part without the up part. See, when we just tracked up the weekly super trend until it was finally over. When did it finally flip red? Well, there was an old season wave 1 here, and there was an old season wave 2 here. Okay, so pretty much it. So we haven't even had one. Okay, that we haven't had one. So look, it looks bad. Always looks bad. It's red candle. Of course, it's going to look bad. I'm still remaining bullish, man. I'm still remaining bullish. I know blockchain backer thinks blockchain backer thinks it's like it's the end of the cycle, top rotation. Could happen, man. Could happen, friends. Like there could be a scenario where we have an alt season, right? An alt season, and this is just alt season wave 1, and everyone thinks it's going to be higher by the end of the year, but then we come back down, and then it's recession and bear market stuff, and then we actually can. It could happen. Just, you know, let's get that alt season wave one as well. Remember, you still got to get rid of your Jeet stack. Your Jeet stack's going down. So it is what it is. Like, subscribe. Don't forget he loves you. Catch you soon.